Hello everybody, and welcome back to NovaNick. If there's something about all of us, is that we are all unique in a lot of different ways, but we are all also fighting battles that others may not know of. No, these are not frontline soldiers clashing. This is not a brutal civil war, but rather a battle in their own mind. What do you mean, you may ask? I'm talking about stuff like anxiety, depression, ADHD, mental illnesses. They're just as bad as physical illnesses. They can go by undetected to the average person, or even a longtime friend who's them inside and out. Unfortunately, there's a sort of stigma that haunts those affected by it. They are too afraid of the potential repercussions of explaining how they feel, for fear that others mock them, and some rather hateful people have. However, I have a different mindset when it comes to this. It is okay to not be okay. It is okay to talk with others about how you feel. And in this video, I'll try to help those affected by these mental illnesses by explaining them and ways you can cope with them that do not involve self-harm in any way. Before I go into mental illnesses, what is mental health in general? To answer that, mental health is a term used to describe a person's well-being in their mind. Mental illness is a term used to describe conditions that affect this well-being, usually in a negative manner. So, first off on the list of mental illnesses, we have ADHD. Also listed as a fear form, ADD. I have this disorder myself, which is why I tend to repeat myself when not reading from a script, or repeat adjectives in a script or regular conversation. ADHD is a type of mental health disorder that affects the brain's ability to focus. ADHD means Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, and ADD means Attention Deficit Disorder. According to National Institute of Mental Health, ADHD can result in low self-esteem, troubled relationships, and difficulty at school or work. Boys tend to have a diagnosis more than twice as often as girls do. Most of the diagnoses are between the ages of 5 and 17. Sometimes they can lead to anxiety and depression, other mental illnesses I will cover in this video. Some ways to treat this are to take medicine. Some of these include Adderall and Ritalin, as well as talk therapy, which does not involve any medication, or a combination of the two. Autism, although it's known as autism spectrum disorder, is a disorder that impairs communication and social interaction. First off, it's not all the same illness. Rather, it's a broad spectrum that includes autistic disorder, Asperger's syndrome, pervasive development disorder, and childhood disintegrative disorder. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates autism to be a part of 159 American children. A website called autismspeaks.org estimates 50,000 teens with autism because adults and lose school-paced autism services every year. A third of people with autism are nonverbal, meaning they can't speak properly or at all, and or have an intellectual disability. Treatment pretty much only includes therapy, as there isn't a medicine strictly made to help autism, though in more severe cases, antipsychotics are used. Autism hasn't been able to stop people from changing the world, however, and neither has any of the other mental illnesses in this video or in general. Anxiety is commonplace in everyone, say for example when a test is uncommon and is worth a large portion of a grade. But anxiety disorder is much worse and interferes with daily activities. Some of the symptoms include restlessness, lack of concentration, racing thoughts, excessive worry, a feeling of impending doom, nausea, and trembling. There is something known as anxiety attacks, which can straight feel like a living nightmare. There are many symptoms of this, so I will post a link in the description to these symptoms. In the United States alone, more than 3 million people are diagnosed with anxiety disorder. Treatments consist of therapy and medications, some of which can be antidepressants. The last mental illness I'll be talking about in this video is depression. Like anxiety, more than 3 million previous cases are reported each year. Some of the symptoms are shared with anxiety, but there are worse symptoms and consequences of these symptoms. Some of these symptoms are an empty mood, irritability, feelings of hopelessness, pessimism, difficulty sleeping, aches or pains without a clear physical cause, and thoughts of self-harm and suicide. Suicide is the act of killing oneself. Think about that. Depression can kill people, and it has many times, yet it's mostly forgotten about in mainstream media. Treatment consists in talk therapy and medications, usually antidepressants. Just like I said in the beginning of the video, it is okay to seek help for any of these conditions. Self-harm and suicide are never the way to go. If you are struggling with any of these conditions and have any thoughts of suicide or want to commit suicide, please seek help, either through a therapist, a hotline, or someone you trust, such as a parent, a school guidance counselor, etc. And thank you all for watching this video. If you want me to explain any other mental illnesses or give some info regarding them not shown in this video, please tell me in the comments and I will do my best to help you out. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to see more content from me in the future. See ya!